So the NT is the person that has their head down, they're in the lab, they're figuring stuff out, and they're not spending a lot of time in the outside world, right? And then they get beat up for it because they're not cool. So NT is just conceptually trying to figure out how things work, right? So when we see NT people, what they love doing with the majority of their time is simply that, figuring out how stuff works. That's it. They want to bang the blocks together. They want to understand it from all different angles. They want to know how the damn thing works. And they want to look at it beyond just the obvious, like, oh, I read the manual, I know how it works. They want to know, no, how did you write the manual? Where did you come up with that? And if I were to do a brand new one or a little bit different one, like, how would that apply? How do these things fit together? So the NT could be NETE, it could be NITI or TINI or TENI or any combination, 8 different combinations of N and T. And you can have NT as your first two savior functions. It could be your first and third. It doesn't really matter. So you're going to have a wide spectrum of NTs. Some are going to be cool and likable, and some are going to be introverted and dorky or extroverted and dorky or whatever, right? So you can't go off of, oh, that person's dorky, they're NT, or that person's cool, they're not NT, right? It doesn't quite work that way, even though there is some kind of clustering there. You know what I mean? I think I lost everybody. So the thing that we have found with people that have really gotten a lot of success on this is when the NTs turn back on themselves and go, how do I study this social game? How do I study the SF world? What are these people doing that are popular? What is SF exactly? Well, it's the opposite of NT. It's valuing something in the physical world, right? So the NT is the abstract world, the connections, figuring out the why, how things go together. And then the T is the reasons, the logic, the blocks. And then the SF is just the opposite of that. It's not reasons, it's not logic, it's just what you value, introverted or extroverted, yourself or others, doesn't matter. And then what is actually tangible in reality? What is physical? What is something you can hand over to somebody else? Like, hey, I like this thing. What thing? This thing right here. And you toss it over to them. Oh, now I have it too. Sensing in the physical world. So it's not a theory, it's not a concept, it's not abstract, it's actually physically here, right? So you can physically value a business, a relationship, makeup tutorials, YouTube channels, TV shows, books, classes, schools, or even science or abstract. You can value psychology. I physically value researching psychology, which is an abstract field. Okay, great. You can still get your hands around that concept in a physical, literal space. So the SF people are just spending more time valuing what they or others like in the physical world and not worrying so much about how the damn things work. And the NTs are worrying more about how things work and not spending as much time going, hey, is this really actually valuable? Is this really valuable in reality?